mouth is with sweet iron, which makes them salivate, or copper, which makes them salivate. Those cheek pieces are stainless steel where they'll never rust, but the mouthpiece will rust because it's sweet iron. Okay?
And what about the ones with the port?
Okay, anytime you've got a port, okay, I think all the ports are out. This is a chain port, so it's different. I can't show you with this. There's a port. Now, we call them California spades that have the big tall ports, and they're welded right here. So when you move the shank, the port moves. This port is not welded, it's free-wheeling. So it never touches the roof of the mouth. Okay? It's to let the tongue escape. Now, you told me at home you had maybe a dozen ports.
Yeah.
Well, it's narrow. It actually digs into the tongue. It's not this wide.
Like a lot of the like the Western pleasure horses, things like that, we have that, and like we even have like the cathedrals, things like that I think is overkill.
Okay, but what does the word cathedral mean? You're going to bring that horse to Jesus.
Okay.
You're going to give him religion.
I said I have them. I didn't say I like them.
Well, no. They're fine if you've got an old tough-mouthed horse that didn't listen.
Right.
That you do this and get his attention to get him to listening again. If you've got a 15-year-old boy at your house that's been a juvenile delinquent and been in trouble all his life, when you set the rules that you don't throw potatoes at the table, and he throws them, and you go, remember the rules? He goes, yes, sir, but stick it in your ear, and you massage his brain to get his circulation to thinking. Well, with the horse, when you put a cathedral on that's been running through the bit, you can get him to thinking, then you go back to less bright.
So how does I don't understand how that works.
It works on the tongue, none, the roof of the mouth, none, so all it works on is the bar of the mouth.
Okay.
Now, you can have no bit that when you touch this cheek piece and hold it, and you move this cheek piece and move it, if it's not free on each side, you can't do two different things with your hand.
Right.
Well, you want it, this is one of the most free from this side to this side bits there is in the world. So over here, you can short and shake and guide. Over here, you can just kind of support that horse that drops the shoulder, drops the front end, comes in, floats out until here's a baby colt when you start or a bad problem horse. Here he is when he leaves kindergarten, whether it's rehab kindergarten or elementary. Here he is when he goes into junior high school. Here he is when he's in high school. Here he is when he gets to college. Whoops, he boo-booed, I pick it back up. Here he is after he gets his doctorate degree. But even with the doctorate degree, right, now here's the headstock. I'm only using the right rein. Do you see the left side of the bit moving any? None. So this bit's even good for that. Now, a two-piece mouthpiece, when you're moving this half, it has a tendency to move this half more, okay? A three-piece mouthpiece gets more tongue contact. It doesn't move this side as much. And there's a chain in here, and a chain on the pretzel bit, it makes it 20% more aggressive than the bar.
And what do you mean by a pretzel bit?
That's what we named that.
Oh, okay.
That's our nickname for it.
Oh, okay.
It's shaped kind of like a pretzel, so that's what we started out calling it.
Okay.
I can't tell you how many people have tried to copy it to boo-boo. The only one that really copied it good was Charmaine. She ordered one of ours, copied it, now she sells it. She named it the pretzel, so we won't go there, but anyway. But the leather rein and the leather over the pole, that makes the pole have more feel. Nylon and rope doesn't have the same feel. Now, if you really want to learn feel, make you some soles that you put on your moccasins with rope and run a little bit, see how good it feels.
Now these bits you all make then, or
Yep.
how do you find out about these? Is there a website, etc.?
Where's Amy?
He has his own
Up there
website.
with,
There's order blanks up there, and it has the website on there, but the website doesn't have every living bit. If you take and put one mouthpiece with another cheek piece, like there's short, medium, long, and extra long of those bits like y'all got.
Right.
Well, there's 7 different mouthpieces that you can put on each bit. So right there is a ton of bits, okay? There's the chain cord pretzel.
I got all excited there for a second.
say you're giving somebody a lesson.
Yep.
Whatever.
Yep,
You're gonna say, hold on, I'm gonna change this.
yep,
Okay, you walk over, say you grab this bit,
yep,
okay?
yep.
What would make you grab this bit? What was the horse doing, or how did the horse
No,
grab
no, no,
this bit?
no, 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 you're going wrong. You're going wrong.
Okay,
I gotta know how the person's gonna use the bit before the horse.
okay.
Okay, sit down,
What was the reason?
sit down.
Why compare that bit, or that bit, or that bit, or that bit?
That I told you is more aggressive than the pretzel. The pretzel's more aggressive than the others. All right, I got this kid. She came out of a horsemanship background. And really she didn't, because they go and buy her a barrel horse that's pulling on the reins and running off and tugging on her. So she didn't come out of a horsemanship background, and let her bought her a broke horse. It had been patterned, but it had been broke. But let's just say that the parents were drinking that night or something, bought a runaway horse. Well, I'm gonna put another bit on that good horseman did to get control of that horse. Then I'm gonna get on the horse and I'm gonna stand on the ground and put his head, his back feet, his front feet, back him up. I'm gonna introduce him to it. Okay? If I get on him and I just touch and he goes running backwards and goes, I'm scared to death of this bit, but I'm light in it, but I'm too light. His horse was too light to suit him and me too, really. I didn't really like him that light. Okay? Well, I'm gonna go, that's not logical. His feet will be that light. So I'm gonna go to a little less bit and see about the horse. If he listens, then I'm gonna put that rider on there and show him how to use it.
And
But how heavy they are in the mount, the horse is what bit I go to for the response. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I thought my horse did better with even less bit today than what we had on yesterday.
Okay.
Well, I'm not totally sure about the horse, but you sure did.
We'll go with that. The horse has not been the problem this
I know,
weekend.
that's what I was getting at.
Okay, let's
Shut up,
go.
you enjoyed that too
No,
much.
some problems, but with the bit that we put on yesterday, his problems left, but mine and your problems started because we don't want to ride like this, we want to ride like this.
Well, they weren't your problem. I guess mine was your problem.
Well, I didn't like him that light either. I'm with you.
So,
Now, what, dear?
Okay, levels of severity, so we're gonna go.
All right, are you
This
gonna go,
one,
wait a minute, are you talking mouthpiece or chain? The longer the chain, the more severity. All right?
So let's go mouthpiece.
This is more severe than,
This.
yep. And the chain mouthpiece on the pretzel here is more severe than this.
Yep.
Now this is a chain mouthpiece. And buddy, it folds around the tongue and gets more tongue pressure, and it makes a cheek, the links fold around the cheek. Give me your fingers.
Why would you use it?
To get the horse's attention. This is the horse's cheek. To get his attention. Okay?
and I didn't see any square snaffles in there.
Oh, I don't want to bruise my horse's mouth.
Okay.
Square, I like cathedral. If you got good hands and feet.
They're not for
I
everybody.
don't like square. Square, when you take square, there is going to be certain places that edge is going to hit.
Right.
On a bar of a mount. I never want that kind of edge to hit a mount. That's too sharp an edge.
Okay.
Well, it has a chance of cutting, but it's guaranteed to bruise. Guaranteed to bruise.
I know this answer, but ask him.
But cathedral means bring them to education and bring them to church.
Now, Chad's struggling with this comment. I believe I know your answer. His question was, why are all the futurity trainers riding with bits and things like that? My theory is they're O-rings. Okay.
Can I say something? What did you say, dude?
The fraternity
Security what?
trainers.
No,
No,
they're
he said
fraternity
riders.
competitors, don't call them trainers.
And they're rushing through it to get a product to last a year or two, and then the horses are done and they move on with their
You
life.
better corner them and ask them.
I'm sorry?
You better ask them
Ask them.
if they want a year or two, or they want just the next run.
And they're not broke. Like,
Whoa, you keep saying all the same things. We're not talking about that. They're not horsemen. A horseman waits on his horse. A horseman cares about his horse.
and that's probably one of the big complaints with the industry. Or a fault with the industry that we're pushing these horses to go out and get checks that they're not ready to go for.
Okay, how far do you want to go with that conversation? Have you ever gone to a trash barrel that back? There isn't any donut wrappers in it.
Okay.
What's in it?
Garbage. No.
You use syringes and needles.
Oh, yeah.
You ever gone out back at the range security?
No, but I've been enough that I...
You ever been to a pleasure deal? See, I'm a nut about that. I don't want kids to be exposed to anything more than Hershey bars, too much sugar.
Right.
I don't want horses to be exposed to anything more than too much sugar.
Right.
I'm so nut about taking care of these kids. See here, I'm teaching her a whole about how to handle life, how to manage life, how to get along with her horse, communicate with her horse, be good to her horse, want her horse. I'm not teaching her just about barrel racing. I hope I make a difference.
Right.
Do you know what the cutters use to train and show on usually? Water bends.
A what?
Water bends.
Say that slower.
Water bends.
Wanna bends?
Yep. When they let the thoroughbred racehorse trainers back east use it, the horses that washed out, tied up, and bled, it leveled them up, and they ran better. They tied up less, and guaranteed to stop it. They bled less, and they didn't wash out. It is, if you're going to use a drug to train, it's the drug of choice because it mellows the horse, and you got to do something really stupid to wind him up through it.
Well, Whataburger has the same effect with me. Just kind of levels you out after you go to that place. Wanna bend, yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
and I'm not telling you what to use.
No.
All those people have different things, but the security riders, when you corner them and say, why do you do this? They go, I've got an owner, and if I don't win, he's going to put
Right.
somebody else on. And you go, well, you own that horse, and you go, if I don't win, I can't eat next week.
Going back as a counselor all of a sudden, going back to whenever Chad first started in this industry just a couple years ago, we sat there at the Congress and he had watched these folks come in and just do what they were. He said they just go in and pull them around. And he says, I don't see them doing all this slow work that you keep. Am I saying that correctly? All this slow work and stuff. He says, I don't understand why we're doing it all. They don't seem to worry about it.
All right? Them two guys I showed you, they'll be out there 2 in the morning walking their horse. Quick as that horse does good, they quit. I can name you 8 of them. Todd Bergen, Boyd Rice, Russell Dilday. They're horsemen. Their horses all last unless they get crippled somewhat. Their horses leave them working. Okay?
Is that a...
Now, this is an important lesson. I don't care if your horse is 2 years old or 22 years old. He just needs so much in one session, and he needs certain things, whatever he's lacking. If he isn't lacking anything, just barely tune him up, and then go do his distance work and never touch him in his distance work. Okay? These are tools. These are tools. These are tools. These are tools. This is a tool. This is a tool. And none of them work unless this tool works.
I didn't see any snaffles, like ring snaffles.
I've got D rings. I don't like ring snappers.
Okay.
If I really reach out and lead a horse that's a colt or a runaway, the ring can turn out things. The D ring actually helps him come. Okay?
Yep.
Now, you never did finish your question. Why do the security competitors have ring snaffles? Don't point at him. He didn't verbalize it. You did. All right. Now let me ask you.
All right.
How many of them ride with a ring snaffle without this junk on? Very few. You with me?
Does that answer?
You verbalized it.
I know I verbalized it, but
All right, guys. Here's what I'm saying. They put this on there so they can force this, and the horse doesn't go. You got terrible hands. You didn't train me. I'm gonna tell the world. They have secrets. So these chains, the ropes up here, or barbed wire, bladed wire up here, keep the horse from telling the world that they haven't been trained to school. How long does it take the average horse or the average human to go from kindergarten through graduate school, whether they're going to be a beautician, an electrician, or a brain surgeon? How long? A period of time. Years. When I was on the board of Barrel Securities of America for 19 years, the day that I wanted a drug rule put in, and I got them to go to 5-year-old securities. When I got away from it, they went back to 4, and now they got 3-year-olds do slot racing. But
Right.
anyway, when I couldn't get the don't reach for a barrel with your hand, because that foul horse. If you sit up in the middle and do it, well, that's foul with your foot. I want to ride the horse, not be doing trick riding.
right.
No, I want a drug test. You can't make a drug test stick. The government can't make it stick at the horse race tracks. You know what? You got to do enough lawyer. These horses get abuse and overuse. And when I couldn't make a difference, it wasn't that I was mad about it. Well, I was mad. But I quit when I couldn't make a difference. I had work to do. I couldn't be at the board meetings. And I've been on there a lot of years. But the Humane Society looks in mostly all the wrong directions about everything.
Right. I agree with that.
But it takes a while to get education in you or me. I'm nearly 70. I've now learned enough that I can start learning. I've learned enough that I can really, it lets me learn a lot of things.
There's one of your snappers.
Yeah, that's my D-ring. See that install slot in it? See that install slot? Why?
Keeps your bit in the same place in his mouth.
When I pick up, I have a little bit of purchase, a little bit of shame. But when I pick up, it doesn't slide around. When I release, look here, it releases that bit right then. It doesn't slide around.
You don't need to ask me what I want for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, dear.
Yes, yes.
Now, guys, these questions, I'm really proud of y'all. At most clinics I go to, they go,
That's Sequoia.
let's ride, let's run, let's run, let's run. Well, I don't just keep running the horse, but there's a lot of the riders get ticked off and they go, these classrooms are so boring. Well, everybody here has their mind in this. Everybody here is learning something that you will use somewhere in your life. Every horse I've ever ridden, I try to remember how he thought, what he told me, and how he translated what I said. I'm there in Los Angeles, and the guy taking me to the airport is a race car driver. And we're driving to the airport, and he's picked up, and he goes, right front tire, something's wrong. So we pull over, it looks fine. We got back in, when we got to the airport, it was pretty low. He had that much feel of that tire. We're supposed to have that much feel of that horse, and not just what he understands. If he's a little tight and sore in his right shoulder, if he's moving his tail too much, telling us something. You know? And with him, I know he's been nerved in his tail, and it isn't supposed to move, but there's times he's standing still that it moves, so I don't know if it's a nervous tick or what, but, and a new Roman can probably be formed anywhere, but, when they nerve a horse for the figure, nearly always forms a new Roman, and,
But it's cut, it's not.
I know. Okay.
But I
There's places that we're talking and he'll go, always to the right, I think I remember. It's from center to the right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check.
Look. All right, guys, now question. Now, when you're coaching my kid, you've got to remember